All right, Stan, back here at 2012 NAMM. We're here at the booth of Alesis, Akai, and Numark. And here we have Autumn, and she's going to tell us what's new with all three companies.
Absolutely. So, there's everything in this booth is new, and it's really exciting. One of the greatest products that I'm super hip about, this sample pad right here by Alesis. Last year we released a product called the Perk Pad, and the Perk Pad has 25 sounds in it, everything your average gigging drummer can use for $100. But we also got a lot of feedback that we dig it, we love it, it's a huge success, but we would love to be able to put my own sounds in it, right? So that's what we did. The sample pad still has those existing 25 awesome sounds, but you can add via SD card whatever you want to put in it. It's really cool.
Now let's move on from percussion to the guitar world, and why don't you tell us a little bit about this amp dock?
So the amp dock is the world's first fully integrated interface for the guitar player into the iPad. So you have your inputs in the back, you have MIDI in and out, switchable mic line. The design is really unique because it's not sitting on the floor anywhere where anybody can spill a beer on it or anything like that. We've designed a handle that it fits right on top of your amp for you. It also comes with a foot pedal board, right? So you can trigger in a volume, presets, all that stuff. It works with any core MIDI app on the App Store, but we are designing our own app, and that's a really exciting product with lots of effects and all different types of amps and modeling. It's pretty cool. If you see down here is the pedal, the amp dock pedal. This comes with your product. It goes via just a standard cable, CAD cable, goes right into the Alesis amp dock. You have all kinds of settings, presets. It works with any core MIDI app on the App Store. And the really unique feature, the price point, the ability to not have it on the floor. We're designing, this is a prototype, but we're designing when it hits the stores, the actual cable, your guitar cable is going to be going into your foot pedal, and we're going to have a lockable device that'll hook onto the handle of the amp. So no matter what happens, you're not going to trash your iPad and your amp dock. You can walk away from it and forget all about it, and the only thing that'll happen is your pedal will get pulled behind you a little bit, but your iPad is safe. It has a switchable mic line input, so your second input is switchable, your first input's strict instrument, and high Z too, true high Z. Very similar to the amp dock, we've now done that for the drummer. So the amp dock, you have 13 TRS balanced inputs, balanced outputs, you have MIDI in and out, you have a foot switch input, 1/8" mix in that you can jam along to an additional sound source. You have headphones over here, independent volume control separate from your headphone volume. And really, this is a module with your iPad being the brain. 13, you can hook it up to an electronic drum kit, 13 stereo TRS inputs. So just like you would on the back of a drum module, you plug in all your inputs for each pad and cymbal. You can do the same. So in essence, you could have an electronic kit and you have that as your brain, or you could add it to your electronic kit and be able to access some really cool apps that you might find, and you just want to do it for maybe 1 or 2 songs, all the way down to just having one pad that you can just fool around with. It's a very interactive, it's a cool program. We are developing an app for this as well, but again, like I said, it works with any core MIDI app on the iPad and the App Store. All right. So Numark, again, we're listening to our customers. We have, wowsy. All right, this is Numark's partnership with Native Instruments and Traktor to create the ultimate Traktor controller. It's got a very similar form factor as a product that you may have heard about called the NS6, but it is designed to work and to be specifically a really great flow between the software, between Traktor and the 4-track. So you've got a really beautiful 4-channel mixer. You have these touch-sensitive the top of the ability, the quality is just amazing. They're smart, touch-sensitive platters. So if your temperature changes on your hands throughout the night, if somebody else gets up there, you're never going to lose any of that accuracy because it is constantly self-adjusting to who's touching it and how you're touching it and so forth. You have full looping control. You have, of course, a touch strip here. You can skip along your track just like it's a virtual needle drop. You have your pitch control, your scratch button that you can turn on and off so you can search as well. You have hot cue points, a sync button, which is becoming quite popular because it allows DJs not to have to spend so much time beat matching as opposed to be able to be really creative with all the effects that we have built on. This master LED right here, this shows you either your left deck or your right deck or your master. The crossfader is user replaceable right here on top. It's our top-of-the-line crossfader, but crossfaders are kind of like guitar strings for a guitar player. Everybody has the one that they like the most, that feels like butter. So down here you have all your control for your crossfader. You have a sweepable fade in and fade out, fader start. Here's your headphone control. You have multiple inputs for headphones, so no matter if you lose that elusive quarter-inch plug, you still can keep rocking. The USB cable for the effect strip is integrated into the back of the 4-track, so you're only using one USB port on your computer. That's a really great feature. And of course you have all the ins and outs that you would expect from a controller from Numark, everything you can think of, and balanced XLR outputs.
Mic inputs?
I'm sorry?
Are there any mic inputs?
Yes, absolutely. There's mic inputs in the back right here.
1, 2?
There's 2, yeah, absolutely.
What you did for Serato, now you're doing it for Traktor.
Yeah, there's some really heavy hitters out there in the software world, and there's kind of like the 2 big guys, the leaders, and we are a controller company, and we are an embracer of innovation and technology, and this is what the people wanted, so this is what the people got.
Great. Now, same as the Alesis stuff from summer?
Actually, this is in production now, is shipping very shortly.
What's map going to be on?
$9.99. It's beautiful, and it's heavy. It's not going to take. It's solid. It's not going to break on you. So, and over here, this is the NS6, a very familiar product, but we're showing it with the brand new plugin that Serato Itch has debuted here at NAMM Show, the video plugin that we're really excited about. We've been waiting for a while, and it's finally here. And that's, of course, all the interaction that you see here. We're easily to adjust with the latest technology and updates from our software partners. You can now mix video. It is they do charge for the plug-in, but you have an upgrade path or a transfer path. If you bought your video plug-in for Scratch Live, you don't have to buy it again for Itch. This piece here, the iDJ Pro. This is a showstopper. We've gotten a lot of wonderful feedback, a lot of buzz on this product. This is the world's first integrated iPad controller, built for the DJ that works professionally. You see all the feature sets that a professional DJ will need. Nice big volume. You've got all your control over your iPad. You've got beautiful touch-sensitive platters. You have looping control, hot cue control, and we've partnered with DJ, the algorithm. Yeah, they have the #1 music app on the App Store last year in 2011, and that's huge. DJ is a culture now, and we're embracing that culture, giving it to you from the beginner to the professional with iDJ Pro. Okay, so what you have here are 7-inch motorized platters, just like the NS7 platters. Real turntables, real magnet, real platters, real slip mat, real vinyl. The feel is very important to us and to the DJ. And the success of the NS7 is, I believe, a big part because of those motorized platters. I love my NS7 and I love my MPC. I can't wait to get my hands on this. So you have 16 velocity sensitive pads, triggers. You've got a beautiful 4-channel mixer with all your control over your EQ, your gain staging, and all that stuff. And on the back, you've got your traditional audio ins and outs that we put on pretty much all of our controllers. Balanced XLR outputs, all your headphone control, sweepable crossfader control, audio inputs, aux inputs, microphone inputs. It's a fully featured product for the future of DJing and producers.
Join us next time as we talk to Ray about what's new in 2012 for Akai Pro.